There's only one word that describes me, and only a handful of places that you can find me. None of them are in the public view, but if you look hard enough, you can find them. Especially if you're like me. Not a lot of people are like me though. And I don't mean that in a I'm too dark to be understood kind of way. I just mean it in my own way, that I have yet to come up with a definition to describe. The places I'm referring to tend to be labeled by normal people as dark, depressing, dirty, the places where the weirdos go. But I myself am prone to use words more like open, inviting, and maybe even dreamlike. Every time I hear somebody use those negative descriptive words, then, at that moment, I know that they don't know what the purpose of these places are. Not the true purpose. I'm the type of person that you won't find in a crowd. I try to avoid them if I can. But for the times when I can't and I have to be in a crowd, I always make myself as invisible as possible. Hood up, head down, hands in my pockets, dark clothing. It's an everyday thing for me. I know there's no tangible evidence for alien life yet, just theories and speculation, but when I'm around other people, I feel like I'm a creature from another place that just so coincidentally looks, sounds, and acts like a human. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe Earth was invaded, but I was too young to remember and everybody around me is an alien. That would mean I'm the only human left here. But I guess I can really never know the truth. God, I'm making myself sound like a conspiracy theorist. But I don't think about this all the time. Just every now and then. I've been dreaming a lot more. In my so far 6 years of being an adult, I've found that my dreams, my sleep, is the only place that I can feel safe, free, truly like myself. I can create the ideal world I want and live in it. In these weird worlds I think up, there's no pain, there's no suffering, there's no rich, there's no poor, and limits are just an option. I can fly, I have telekinesis, I can do anything I want. And sometimes it feels so real. There's just wonder and excitement, and all people ever have time to do is explore. There's way too many universes and worlds to discover. And we're so busy with that, we don't have time to kill each other over money, territory, or resources. But then, I gotta wake up, and I don't get to be there anymore. And unfortunately, I never get to go to that world again. It's really, really, really rare that my dreams ever continue. And even more rare that they repeat themselves. I have a number of worlds that I wish I could go back to. Never gave them names, but if I did, I'm pretty sure they'd be really creative. For a couple of years now, I've also found myself finding a lot of comfort in fictional characters and fictional stories. Not to say that humans aren't capable of doing amazing things, because if that was my stance, then history would have me beat more times than not. But I digress. The fictional places I usually find myself finding the most comfort in are usually set in a science fiction universe. And the fictional characters I usually find myself finding the most comfort in are usually superheroes. Oh, and if I had to pick a comic universe, it would be DC, hands down. But if I had to give a reason why, I would probably say it's because they're needed. And due to them being needed, they have a purpose. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a purpose. And granted, I've read a lot of stories where superheroes don't feel like that, but they still save people for some reason. So I guess I like to parallel that with why I still create. It's like an urge that I can't kill. It's like an addictive tick that I want to ignore, but if I do ignore it, it'll just get worse and drive me insane. But over the years, I've learned to embrace it. And I guess the proper thing to say would be, I've learned to appreciate my creativity. Because not everybody can create, right?